Good morning, good morning. We made it to July the 1st, 2025. Good morning to those who woke up with the Lord today. Happy birthday to those whose birthday fell on July the 1st. And of course, my condolences go out to those who did not wake up with us. My, are we losing a lot of people, man? Lost one of my favorite lead singers of the group, The Whispers. Oh man, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. We got 1022, 79 degrees in the city of Alpharetta, Georgia. Shout out to Alpharetta. This is your boy Doug, originator of 60 Gang. You guys remember to like and subscribe to my channel. So I'm doing it the hard way. No frills, just real. Wow. So I'm here in Alpharetta taking care of an LG top load washer. Took care of that. And now I am trying to move on to, I think I'm going to go to Douglasville. I have a customer there that wants me to stop by. Let's see how far I'm from there. Because my last stop will be, man, I'm sweating like a pig, y'all. Get my face so I can see. Alright, let's see how far I'm from there. Information. Tyrone. Call on Tyrone. Call on them. I just saw the address. Damn, where did it go? Information. Did y'all take me off?
Hello?
Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir. How we doing?
All right, I was trying to put in your address, and when I look in the phone, I know I added you, and I cannot find your address.
That's all right, my brother. That's going to be 3299
3299
Yeah,
Carmel Drive.
3299 Carmel Drive. That's Douglasville.
Got it. I got an hour, 5-minute ride.
Okay, I'm trying to make sure somebody's at the house. I know my missus is at work, and I'm a truck driver, and I'm up in Pennsylvania right now. So let me call and see. Let me call and see if my daughter's at the house.
Okay, good enough.
And I'll call you right back.
All right.
All right. All right.
I ain't going unless somebody there. I got still another picture. Fine. It's still this one. Let's see it. Fuck it up. Let's see it. Crop. Why don't crop? Let me crop. Increase resolution. We're going to crop it some more. We're going to take that out. Now we go back. Can you hear me?
Hey, Brother Monroe.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, brother. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to holler in, but that's what we old people do sometimes.
I get it.
Could you set us something up for Thursday? The missus will be off, and I'm allowed to be in town by then.
Thursday? What's that, the 3rd?
I think so.
Hang on a minute, because I'm leaving town.
Oh, all right. I got you.
Because,
you know, my daughter's I definitely, hold on. I think that's my missus calling because she's trying to call my daughter as well.
Okay.
Oh, I'm let me call you right back.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, but I finally got my daughter up out that bed. So, yeah, she's there.
All right, I'm headed that way.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Is there going to be a charge for this?
No.
All right, thank you much.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, she'll see you when you get there. Just give me a call when you find out what you find out, brother.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right.
All right, let's roll out. Y'all want to hear some things? Y'all want some diddly day update? Yeah, so celebrates the grand opening or something. Look at this guy. The diddly dee. They should be tired now. What's going on, bro?
Like, whoa, a note. We'll hear it here first. Suspense. Now we want to know what this is. What could this note be? Question.
Nope.
Confusion. Juror number 25. Suspense.
Dickens.
Right. I'm sick of these notes. It's the third note. That's the fourth note. One note was like, we leave at 5 p.m., but another note. All right, according to Inner City Press, just tweeted out 30 seconds ago, another note has emerged from the jury. It has yet to be read out in court. Nor has Sean Combs been brought back in from the holding cell. For now, lawyers are milling around. Combs' lawyers, Shapiro, Driscoll, Steele, Mark, hunched over a laptop. Another note. Lawyers from both sides are re-entering the courtroom. What could this be about? Another note. All right. Problem with the juror? Question about the charge?
What? Same bad time.
Confusion?
Same bad channel.
Yes. Jay-Z loses to Busby. I wonder if it's juror number 25. MKO. Nice to see you. This music's spooky, bro. A note. We're on standby. Note says Diddy needs to use the bathroom. Yes, he has to be there when the question. That's his rights. Juror 25 needs a Snickers bar. All right, I got some information. The jury asks for transcripts of 2 witnesses' testimony, according to CNN. The jury is asking for transcripts from 2 witnesses. Dun, dun, dun. That's the note. The jury asks for transcripts of 2 witnesses' testimony. We don't know who those 2 witnesses are. All right. So they want the transcripts of 2 witnesses. Are they Jane, Cassie, some other person to corroborate their testimony? Who's witness? All right, we got an understanding. No verdict yet. They want the transcripts. Dun, dun, dun. Here we are, folks.
Now you gotta read that. That's your update.
Competitive processes. The administration is violating the federal law that mandates that the Office of Management and Budget publish apportionments and show the public how and when federal agencies are spending appropriated funds. The Justice Department has begun illegally restoring the gun possession rights of convicted felons and domestic abusers. It's allowing the sale of forced reset trigger devices without a background check. These are devices that effectively convert regular firearms into machine guns, which I fear will only make mass shootings in the United States more numerous and deadly. More than 1,500 individuals involved in the January 6th attack on the Capitol were pardoned or granted commutations of sentences. The president's new appointee as pardon attorney, Ed Martin, previously raised money to help defend some of the most violent of these individuals, people who assaulted police officers. Some of the pardoned January 6 defendants have subsequently been arrested, charged, or sentenced for other crimes. Under this president, the U.S. has accepted a luxury jetliner from Qatar, very likely in violation of the emoluments clause of the Constitution. This president has also issued a series of illegal and unconstitutional executive orders, several of which are being challenged in courts right now. Presidential actions in recent months have also directed highly political and targeted investigations against law firms and individuals, including Miles Taylor, a former staffer for the House Appropriation Committee's Republican majority. Meanwhile, the administration has weakened
getting put out.
What you talk about, Phil? What? I promise you. This reminds me of LA type. I ain't gonna hold you. This reminds me of LA.
Good ghetto classic.
So he love that shit. What?
Good classic.
Roll back over there. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It's too many dudes outside. I'm not letting my girl get none of this food. I don't even know. It might be brothers, whatever. We not even getting into this bullshit, man. We neighbors, and we outside, and all the neighbors looking at us like we retarded. Like we just the most ghettoest motherfuckers on the planet. This look like a nice ass neighborhood to me. I'm just saying that. It look like a nice neighborhood. The neighbors probably can't wait for us to get evicted out this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
Good classic.
Get out the
She
street,
on
let
the
the
poor
car
dancing
get
her
by.
ass off.
Nobody.
Outside in the bras and all that.
I ain't finna fight nobody while you pregnant. That's what a guy you are. Remember, shoot that hoe up tonight.
She'll shoot it up.
What y'all into it for?
Bitch, come out see what she gonna do. No, this girl, she own this house. She be watching this house. I'm telling her that we over here. Come on now. Bitch, you talking a lot of shit, hoe. Stuck in the middle of the street.
You get but
Look at this.
You have a message.
Yeah. You can't come back for that type of shit. That's the old schoolery clownery. You can't come back for that. You can't even come back for that when you was in 5th grade. Now you're getting clowned by a 5th grader.
Damn, bitch with a bad box. Real. And that's all my kids was slapping her.
Hey, my guy, chill. Chill. That shit he's doing right now is loud. You could.
Against the Democrat Party and their terrible, hypocritical policies. Let's dive in.
The information I have is that with regard to FBI, 45% of agents and 25 large field offices are working immigration full time. 45%. So, and as for the ATF, 80% are working on immigration enforcement at least part of the time. So there's a significant diversion of resources toward immigration reform as opposed to the stuff that you all are supposed to be doing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And just to follow up with that, I hope you do more deportations. I hope you help find more criminals. And I hope we send them either back to their home country or somewhere else. And that's on that point that I want to use my time to sort of address something here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding a hearing. I have listened for 6 months to Democrats on this committee for any President Trump nominee that comes here, grilling them about whether or not they're going to follow the law, whether or not they're going to abide by court orders. And through 1,000 different ways to ask the same question, they give the appropriate answer. President Trump, by the way, in his first term and now in his second term, has abided by every single court order. So this newest fake constitutional crisis, and we're on to another one today about Article 2 powers this weekend. There's just a new fake constitutional crisis from the Democrats every single week. But on this one in particular, it is worth pointing out what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday, a radical, liberal, progressive, leftist judge, Brian Murphy, who was confirmed in the lame duck session when Joe Biden, President Otto Penn, may not even have known he was appointing this person, approved by the Democrats in the Senate, is now refusing to obey by a Supreme Court order for the deportation of 7 criminal aliens. And let's just do a little bit of tail of the tape. These people are one of them is a convicted arsonist. Another one is an armed robber. Another one is a murderer of an elderly woman. 2 more are murderers. One is a child, and another is of a person with special needs. These are the people that the Democrats spend their time defending. And now we have a judge, through an act of, dare I say, insurrection, which is a word that's thrown around here all the time, is refusing to abide by the Supreme Court's ruling to say, yeah, actually, you held up these deportations, you were wrong. We are ordering you to allow these deportations. This judge, Brian Murphy, decided to cite the dissenting opinion, and say, you know what, I'm going to give the Supreme Court the middle finger. I don't want to do it. So for all of the nonsense I've heard on this committee about every judge, including the ones from Missouri that were put forth, every nominee, including Pam Bondi, every single person in the administration that's come before the committee, there is sort of righteous indignation to sit here and act like they have the moral high ground on obeying court orders and the rule of law. It's all a lie. And the mask has come off because Brian Murphy has shown what this is really all about. The Democrats believe in that, but only when it suits them. And this issue of illegal immigration, I can't actually believe they're doing it. I can't actually believe that this 80-20 issue, the American people want to meet mass migration with mass deportations, period. And their willingness to allow assaults on law enforcement officers who are doing their jobs is insane. What you will not hear, you've heard some Democrats disavow the violence, but what you will never hear any one of them say is that, you know what, we need to take a step back and let ICE do their jobs, because they don't really want ICE to do their jobs. They're totally fine with a bunch of leftist radicals who invaded the White House with President Autopin. They can't believe their luck. They were writing white papers about open borders, and then they were setting policy, throwing our borders open to 15 million people who are here illegally. And when a president comes in after campaigning on the idea that he was going to deport these 7 people, including an arsonist, a murderer, of elderly people, of people with disabilities, that's the line. That's the red line. And now you've got a judge willing to back them up. So you want to talk about a real constitutional crisis? There it is. That's it.
The next time a Democrat says rule of law.
It says the registered owner is suspended. Are you a registered owner?
Yeah, but how you...
From your tag.
He was like literally not even behind me though.
Correct. Your tag showed that you're the registered owner and suspended.
But you weren't behind me.
I don't have to be behind you.
So you do have to be behind me.
All I have to do is see your tag.
So you look at my tag and say, she's suspended. Or do I look like I'm suspended?
No, the computer says you're suspended.
But how would the computer say I'm suspended if
because your tag gets run?
You weren't even behind me.
I don't have to be behind you to do that. License, registration, insurance.
The driver attempts to locate her documents for the officer.
That's the shot.
And then just your ID for me.
The what?
The ID. You got it on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The Bonquisha's pulled over. He says, I see you got bad temper.
That part. It don't matter how they found out. See, forget all that. She's like, how do you know? Dude, it's Johnny Law. It's his job to know. What do you mean, how you know? You weren't behind me? She's like, how did you extract this information? Not that he's wrong. How did you get this information, officer?
Do you have a driver's license if she can't drive the car? Is it active? I see it, and I'll let you drive the car then? Okay. Okay. Well, if you want to give me your name, I'll allow you to drive the car. I can look up your ID that way. Just give me a second.
The office.
And he gonna say, do you got your ID? First thing she do is, it's on my phone. We gotta be more punctual in the world. Whatever, you should have your license in a wallet. Your registration insurance should be in the glove box or somewhere. Everything should be ready. He said, you got your license. She said, oh yeah, hold on. Let me pull my phone out, see if I can show you something on my phone that I might, all this artificial technology, they're not, you could probably make a license on your phone on some app.
Thank you. Come on, man. Shout out to my barber brother Brooks. You gotta have your paperwork. Don't act like we ain't living on U.S. soil. It is what it is. The laws and policies are what they are. You gotta have your paperwork in order. What is she showing? Lack of paperwork. Johnny Law don't know if you is legal to be driving around on his good whites only roads. You hear me?
Officer heads back to his vehicle with her information and comes to learn that she currently has 2 warrants out for her arrest.
Can you step out for me real quick?
What's the reason?
You have 2 active warrants.
So what's that mean?
That you have to come to the station.
I can't go. Officer, I can't go to the station.
Well, you don't have a choice.
Like you can't RR me or nothing?
No, so listen, you're going to step out, or I'm going to make you step out. That's your 2 options.
What do you mean you're going to make me?
There we go. You got 2 active warrants. Why do y'all act like y'all don't know when y'all have warrants for y'all arrest? Like, we got to stop playing dumb, people. Y'all know That's why she didn't want to give it up. He said, you got 2 warrants. She said, so what does that mean? He said, you coming down to the station. She said, what does that mean? You can't R&R me? You can't just give me a ticket and let us go?
No, because they done that 11 times. That's why you got a bench warrant now. Okay, hopefully they tell us what the warrants are for. Probably for driving with a suspended license and no registration. God dang it. This is that hood issue. Look at Bonquisha in the passenger side like she about to do something. Shut up. Your friend going to jail. Can you drive this car or no?
Actually, I can. You want to bet?
That word, you're not gonna pull me.
If she can't call me. She has a.
Execute Order 66.
She says you can't pull her out that car by law. By law, you can't pull her out the car. He says, yes, the hell I can. And you're about to watch me do it.
She has warrants. Johnny Law has formally requested Bonquisha to show her face. There ain't no way around that.
You have a message.
I got a warrant. Bow! Through the door, through the window, flashbangs. That's warrant activity. You might want to step out the car real nice like, all right?
Warrant. She's coming with me.
Call who?
You can. Seriously, step out.
Okay, so I'm not. We just ask for your name and badge number.
You'll get that. Step out.
But I just asked for your name and badge
Doesn't
number.
matter. Step out. You have a warrant.
That's fine, you guys. You'll get that, but either way, you have a warrant.
They be trying to delay the inevitable. They sitting there with a whole warrant talking about, let me get your name and badge number. They trying to delay. They waiting for Big Mom to get down here. Like they call it Mama, like get down here. We're gonna stall them. In the meantime, they got tactics. Let me see your badge number. Yeah. What's your name?
Then Mama go, Big Mom supposed to show up like Moses and part the Red Sea. Leave my babies alone. She got kids. She got work in the morning. She can't go down there.
You're gonna get processed and released. That's it. It's not a big deal. We'll do the paperwork. You'll get processed and released. You can take over the car. Do you have a license? That was the whole point of him going back there, was to put my name in the system and stuff. So with them, I can be in the system.
Step out.
You don't have to. You don't have to put it on. You don't have to put it on. Hold on.
Step out.
Get off of me. 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 I can step out myself. Get off of me. I can step out by myself. Get off of me. 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 Get off of me.
Holy hell. They both work at Wendy's. This is 4 for 4. They on their way to work. They like, listen. All right. Shout out to the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Shout out to the Baconator. All right. Shout out to the Frosty and all them things, whatever they serve.
Oh, this itch just got thick. Hold up. They on their way to work. Light-skinned Bonquisha about to mess around and at least get written up, if not fired, because you know she got at least a couple no-call, no-shows. And she will blame her getting fired on the warrant, Bonquisha. Why you gonna give me a ride to work and you know you got warrants? You got me jammed up. I'm telling you, the poverty only gets worse with every incident like this. Shout out to the hood.
Oh, this is wild.
This is wild.
That is a female. Tell him to get off her arm. Y'all gotta act like women. Just because you got a kudakata in 2025 does not make you female, because anybody can get one. So you must act and carry yourself very demure and feminine.
Did you say anybody can get a kudakata installed? That's wild. Okay, but yeah, you want to be treated like a lady? Present like a lady. If she was acting like a feminine lady, that officer ain't grabbing her. How do we know this? Because he requested her to step out the vehicle. He said, ma'am, you have 2 active warrants. Please step out the vehicle. She said, I ain't got to.
You have a message.
Hold on, please. Bro, get over here. Or you're also gonna get stop. Don't touch that. Back doing the back. Get off of me.
What do you mean you're not doing nothing? This goes back to one of our favorite charges, people. Obstructing justice. What she is doing right now. When the police are in the commission of arresting somebody, you cannot interfere at all. You say, oh, she ain't touching nobody. She's obstructing. She's telling y'all, she's rousing the woman up like, oh, get off of her. Get off of her. She's just a woman. You making things worse. You're obstructing now.
Now both of y'all going to jail. And again, the light-skinned sister will blame all of this, even her actions, on the dark-skinned bone Quisha. I'm telling you.
Get off of me. Get off the phone. Back up. Back up. Get off of me. I'm not gonna have to do anything. She's a real man. Grab her. If she won't, get out. Get off me. 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 Okay, get out. Get off me. Get off me.
Yeah, and that the woman is still standing there like even if this was your wife, you got to stand across the street and just watch. I've seen videos where the woman getting her husband be over there, he like, I can't do nothing. He can't step into the scene. He can't just go over there like, get off my wife, relax, I'm doing. No, once you get to this point, you got to eat it.
Shouldn't be getting to this point. Don't even have to consider it. Yeah, if your wife, but then she a wild thought. Come on, man. Get out the car, sister. He tried to ask you nicely. Now y'all, she's a lady. That's what the light skin keeps saying. She's a lady. This is a female. So what? I'm so tired of that. She's a female. Until she acting like a big dude. I can't stand her. Always a victim. Now she's a female.
Step out. Okay, get off of me. Step out. I'm not going to get over here now. The man had to harass her. You get out of the car. Get down. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You're interfering. Step out. Get off of me. Let me go.
You're making this way worse.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Step out.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Please, man, get out of the car. You need to back up. Thank you.
Step out.
Back up. I'm not going to tell you again.
You're really struggling, bro.
I'm not struggling. I'm trying not to throw you in the car.
Listen to her. Yeah, get off me. You really struggling, bro. You can't even get me out the car. You 280 pounds. Then he trying to get that arm, about to snap it off. She's sitting there like, yeah, you struggling. You struggling. You can't handle me. This is crazy.
You don't challenge a man like this. See, I'm over this. You don't do that. You don't sit there. You got to understand that we as men need to understand women's nature. Women need to understand the man's nature. You don't challenge. You can't even grab me. You're going to be like, let me show you I can grab you and put you down. It's still a human. I'm not saying this exactly right, but shoot. She like, you struggling. No, Johnny Logan, I ain't struggling. I'll show you I ain't got to struggle. Snap. Then where we at?
Bro, take my keys. Don't give him my keys. It's like, you really struggling.
I'm really trying now.
I can do it myself. I can do it myself. Sir, take my phone. Take my phone. Okay, somebody come because they're taking her ball. Like, I'm not.
You guys had to make this difficult.
You wanted to be shot.
Go there, get out of the situation. She didn't want to cooperate. Done. She'll get it on the paperwork. She'll get it on the paperwork. She'll get it on the paperwork.
I want his badge number right now. Yeah, she's a woman. Y'all did her wrong.
That's not what I saw. That's not what I saw. He approached her. He was very nice, very kind. And see, yeah, there you go. That's another thing too. If that was a more out of shape brother, she might have had to get handled more roughly. Yeah, the stronger these ninjas are, the more easy. got some strength to you. You ain't gotta get real hectic with Bonquisha.
She'll get it on the paperwork. She'll get it on the paperwork. She'll get it on the paperwork. She will get it.
My phone number is 1121. The password 1121. Bro, I want her to get the phone number. What do you mean turn around? You're taking it. Yeah, I am pregnant. You put me on the floor. I'm gonna stop resisting. Get the
Here we go. First thing first. She says, I ain't even do nothing. You were obstructing justice. Y'all don't get it. They were just letting it go on because they were outnumbered. They said, let's get her in the car first. We can't try to arrest both of them at the same time. It's too hectic. If it was two men, maybe, but he got this woman with him, a woman cop, and he like, nah, it's like 1.5. It's 1.5 of us. I can't. So he did it right. He says, let's get her in the car. Then he went after her. He said, now it's your turn. I ain't do nothing. Then, Mr. Walker, you heard her. She says, I'm pregnant. Get off of me. I'm pregnant.
Yeah. When that first officer came, the baby shield, the baby ain't even born yet. Why y'all try to take me out? The baby ain't even born yet. Already is shield. Shout out to the little baby flesh shields. When that officer first came to that car, or the second time, he said, Bonquisha, you got warrants. Light-skinned Bonquisha, can you drive the vehicle? They was trying to get this situated easily as possible. You get out the car because you got 2 warrants. You're going to go down. They said, we're going to process you. You will be released. Light-skinned, drive the car, go about your day. But they want to fuss, fight, scream, and froth at the mouth. Now they both getting jewelry. Congratulations, you played yourself.
And they both work at Wendy's. So they going to jail. They was about to go clock in. There's somewhere right now, somebody was at Wendy's waiting on their Baconator. And they like, what's taking so long? And they like, Bonquisha ain't make it in yet. There's a line wrapped around the building, inside the store. The employees are going to jail.
They are definitely on their way to relieve a shift. Yeah, this is shift relief Bonquisha. Oh, that other sister sitting, it's another Bonquisha waiting for her, or a group of them. They're like, I gotta go pick up my babies at daycare. Where these big words at? The ripple effect, I'm telling you, is catastrophic.
Hey, bro! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get the fuck off me! Get the heck off! Yo! Get off me! Look at my face, you fuck! What am I saying? I'm gonna you up! Get off of me, bro! I am probably you on my stomach! Yo, what am I
Nobody's on your stomach.
You're on my stomach?
I am pregnant. You are on my stomach. So far here, the other woman, she kept telling her, get your hands off of her. She's a woman. We didn't see a woman. Then she said, get your hands off of me. I'm pregnant. We don't see pregnant women. We don't see women. We don't see pregnant women. They don't act like this.
I would imagine a pregnant mother lovingly caring for her unborn child would have made sure she stepped out of harm's way, stood across the street, and said, officers, let me know what I can do. But I'm going to sit here on the side of this, in this shade under this tree with my unborn child. Don't want to get all upset. But no, you want to be Sister Soldier on this Juneteenth. Huh? How that working out for you?
We're not on your stomach. It's on body camera.
Let me off the floor, you fuck! What am I doing? I'm sitting.
You're racking up your time. Yeah.
Get off of me! You're not even picking me up right, you fuck!
You're not picking me up right.
Man, look, they got the school bus riding past. Some little nugget about to roll down the window. Get off my mama! Get off my mama! Stop the bus! That's my mama! Where the other one in the back seat? Where my mama? Your mama in the back seat. Get off my mama!
Cycle continues. All facts, no fables.
It's
I want your dad's number. I want your dad's number. I want your name.
That's fine, you're gonna get all of it.
You just have her down for me.
Tell me down for why this is gonna work. Bro, can you tell me the address so they can come get the call, please? Where's all they taking us, bro? The call's right here. Next to the corner store. Next to the corner store. Huh? We're in Woodwood. Like Henwood. Henwood? Henwood. Henwood. Next to
They love this. They got Nug Nug on FaceTime. All right, the phone's still around. Nug Nug can hear it. Where y'all at? We on Linwood, off of Sherrills Avenue. Nug Nug like, I don't know. You gotta give me is there like a Wendy's over there? Where the Wendy's at? They like, the Wendy's is too far. We over here by AutoZone. Nug Nug's like, I don't know where that's at.
Nug Nug gonna know exactly where it's at once the police leave the scene. Nug Nug ain't showing up with some berries flashing. Yeah, soon as the scene clear, Nug Nug got a cousin around the way. Go say, hey, cuz, check down the street. My old lady and them got hand up. See if them cops is going. The car's still there. Don't ask me how I know. And then he'll show up and collect. But for right now, yeah, Nug Nug don't know. Hablo no inglés.
And Nug Nug got warrants too. So if he pull up in this active crime scene, he gonna have to show ID, get his name ran, and then all three of you stooges gonna be in the back of that car.
Nug Nug will be there to collect the vehicle once sun is down.
Hey, let me lock these so they don't get tighter.
Bro, this could be happening right now, bro.
Well, you won't interfere.
Girl, you know this tricky, bro.
Many times with this back.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. No, not coming. Bro, I'm ready to come out here, bro.
Type in Kenwood Drive. The car's gonna be here. Sicklerville.
Turn around. Like your mother's ugly? Turn around. Like your mother's ugly? Oh, okay. Same thing. Okay. Just watch. Yeah, okay. We could test her right now. Right now. Right now, ugly. Everything. Oh, you thought you was gonna see something ugly, bitch. You wasn't. But you wasn't. But you wasn't. But you wasn't. Same here. You see what's up? Same here. You see.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous
Remy Ma, because according to reports, she was arrested yesterday outside of a courthouse. That's right, y'all. Y'all heard that correctly. According to reports, Remy Ma was detained after an explosive courthouse clash with the murder victim's daughter. Okay, for those who may not know, Remy Ma's son was accused of murdering a man back in 2021. Okay, and apparently she showed up to the courthouse yesterday and got into a back and forth with the daughter of the man that her son is accused of murder. Okay, now the daughter's name is Jasmine Dior. Okay, she went on IG uploading screenshots of the back and forth between her and Remy Ma. Of course, there's video I'm gonna show y'all in a minute, but as you can see here, Jasmine Dior, she uploaded. Give me a second, let me zoom in so y'all can check this out. See Remy right there with her phone, you know what I mean? Right down here, you see Remy being detained. Okay, so apparently things went left, got a little out of hand, right? But again, there's video of this exchange I'm about to play for y'all. So before we get into it, make sure to like, share. 1 second.
Turn around. Like your mother's ugly? Like your mother's ugly? Oh, okay. Same thing. Okay. Just watch. Yeah, okay. We could test her right now. Turn around. Like your mother's ugly? Like your mother's ugly? Oh, okay. Same thing. Okay. Just watch. Yeah, okay. We could test her right now. Right now, ugly. Everything. Oh, you thought you was gonna see something ugly, bitch. You wasn't. But you wasn't. But you wasn't. But you wasn't. Same here. You see what's up? Same here. You see what's up? Oh, okay.
So yeah, this raggedy ass fucking bitch for me, like, girl, like you would have thought I did something to you. Realistically, I can never speak to my father again. I can never hug him. I can never kiss him. I can never say nothing else to him. You can see his son. You can speak to him. You can hug on him. You can say whatever. The fact of the matter is that I see this fucking lady, and she's looking at me with a whole attitude. When I tell you ice grilling as if her son was the victim. Like, miss, where's your remorse? Like, where's your sorriness? Where's your sadness? Like, at the end of the day, I don't care what I go through with nobody. I would never want to see nobody die. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, bitch, nobody did nothing to you, you fucking gremlin. And you really acting like you mad about something. Ice grilling somebody. Ugly ass. Then you acting tough in front of a courthouse. Like, bitch, we're gonna go to jail. You've been to jail before. I'm sure you don't want to go back, bitch. Like, what are we doing here? Come around the corner. You're really not fucking tough. Like, bitch is mad pussy. Like...
All right, y'all. That was, again, Jasmine Dio explaining the exchange between her and Remy Ma.
Arrest.
Right now, we're going to ask you to leave, okay?
And what if I don't?
Then you will go to jail.
So if I come back next Saturday, you guys are going to arrest me?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
But little old me got that trespass rescinded, and we are back today where I'm not going to be trespassed or arrested because I can be here. It's my First Amendment right. So we're doing this, a little MAGA Market 2.0. Let's go talk to some people. We are calling on departments around Florida, police departments, to retrain their officers and all of their staff to know First Amendment regulations and permit laws. This is the third time that this has happened to me in the span of like a month and a half in Florida. How does this happen in the great free state of Florida?
It goes against the First Amendment, and it violates the U.S. Constitution, and it violates the Florida Constitution.
That's the kind of stuff you expect to see out of like different countries, say like the UK or something, where there's like tons of videos of that online. Not in Florida and not in my hometown.
I believe all free speech matters. If you keep getting trespassed and threatened with arrest, then I guess I got to keep showing up and showing my support.
Thank you, everybody. We are back in Winter Garden, Florida. Some people came out to say hi, grab some pictures, and welcome me back and not see me get arrested because I'm doing nothing wrong. So we're going to go patronize the Winter Garden Farmers Market and just engage in free speech. Maybe we'll even do some interviews in the forbidden farmers market footprint that they don't want us in. So let's see what happens. A big thank you to you guys for making such a loud response and letting the city know that you were going to put up with this. You were defending me and standing by my side. My trespasser rescinded. I think solely because of you guys standing up for me and making noise to the people who did that to me. And so it's always important to stand up for each other, and especially for people who want to engage in free speech and traditional public forums, and no one should be bullied out of that right. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. So you guys probably remember Mr. Event Staff from my last video. We're here with him today. Why would you do that to me to kick me out of the market? And did you learn your lesson? Nothing, as per usual. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Thank you. Thank you. So this is a beautiful market, isn't it? Like, it's actually very beautiful. And thank you guys so much for coming out. I think that the only reason they really rescinded my trespass because all of you stood up for me. And imagine if I didn't have such a large following. I don't think that anybody would have known if someone had been trespassed for engaging in their First Amendment rights. And that's what's really bothersome, is that this could have happened to any one of you. And if you didn't have anybody seeing that video to stand up for you, you could have been in jail. You could have been in jail for coming back here. And so we are calling on departments around Florida, police departments, to retrain their officers and all of their staff to know First Amendment regulations and permit laws. This is the third time that this has happened to me in the span of like a month and a half in Florida. How does this happen in the great free state of Florida? And so I want everybody to just be inspired to stand up for yourself. Mr. Event Staff cannot have you trespass from public property. Mr. Event staff cannot have the police arrest you for going to his farmer's market, which is on public property. Bottom of my heart, you guys got my trespass rescinded. My lawyer didn't even have to do anything. Like, you guys did the work of my lawyer for me. And so thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I want you to go patronize the farmer's market today and let them know that people who defend the First Amendment, people who like Caitlin Bennett, also like farmers markets, and we're not as bad as the media try to make us out to be. So thank you guys for being here today. If you would like a picture, not that I'm like, y'all come get a picture with me, but I know some people might want one. I'll be here to talk with you guys, shake your hand, say thank you, and grab a picture with you as well. So thank you. Hello, hi.
So the city of Winter Garden has a resolution on their books that actually from asking questions of elected officials before, during, and after meetings. So it's the only city in the area, we checked, that prohibits reporters, all reporters, doesn't matter what publication you're from asking officials this. And I have asked them to repeal this, and it's unconstitutional. It goes against the First Amendment, and it violates the U.S. Constitution, and it violates the Florida Constitution. And it stems from an animus that the mayor has. And I have, because of your win, I have now been able to go back to them and say, would you please reconsider this? So the city manager said that he would take a look at it.
Nice. Well, congratulations.
Well, yeah, and that is because of what you were able to accomplish. I've never seen, for the record, I've never seen the city of Winter Garden back off on anything. They have tried to ban me from covering city commission meetings.
Yeah.
That did not go well for them, but they did not respond to me nearly as well as they responded to you.
Awesome.
So from one First Amendment, fighter to another, thank you very much. I applaud you.
Well, thank you. Question was, was it the police you're asking?
Did the police and the mayor, did they apologize to you?
Yeah, so the city manager and then the police chief, they called me privately and they apologized, but publicly they did not apologize. And they kind of wrote they wrote a statement. I was disappointed with the statement considering what they had told me privately. They were profusely apologetic and they were like, it's not going to happen again. Please come back. You're welcome back, whatever. And we're going to rescind the trespass. But privately or publicly, they didn't even say the words, we're sorry, or we apologize, or we did something wrong, or they didn't even take ownership for what had happened. And I could have been a mother with a nursing child at home that spent the weekend in jail because they didn't know what was going on. They were willing to take a mother away from her children over First Amendment activities that were completely legal. And for the record, if I did not have children at home that needed me as much as they do right now in their young age, I would have definitely let them arrest me. And so maybe when they're a little older and this happens again, they can arrest me then. But my children come first, and they're who needs me most.
I think they need to apologize to all of us too.
Yes.
They put us out greatly because of what they did to you.
Absolutely.
So we were kind of on edge there for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
They won't make us afraid to come down here to Winter Garden. They can do it to anybody just because they feel like it.
Absolutely. And this is, like I said, this is the third time that this has happened to me on public property. And so anybody who disagrees with something that the permit holder is doing, or they're at risk of being arrested. And because the police, I don't know why in Florida, the police don't know permit laws and boundaries around permitted events and traditional public forums. But hopefully we have something in the works where this will kind of pave the way for something to happen to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else. Imagine any one of these people that does not have nearly 1 million subscribers and 1 million followers on Facebook. Like, you could have been engaging, trying to do a startup YouTube video, and you could have been like, we're going to arrest you because the permit holder, Mr. Event Staff, where is he?
Did he apologize?
No, he didn't want to tell me his name, but we know his name. I knew we would find it anyway.
Sorry.
Yes.
Bill Berry, love your work.
Thank
Raised
you.
here. I got kicked off all the Winter Garden Facebook pages for supporting you.
Oh, really?
And I just wanted a chance to say this, and I hope my mom's not listening. Sean O'Neill, you're a God bless America.
All right, Sean, I don't know who you are, but apparently...
He runs the Winter Garden Facebook pages.
Okay, Sean. Okay. All right, Sean O'Neill.
Post anything about you coming.
Oh, really?
So if someone made a post that, hey, I'm going to go up to the Winter Garden Farmers Market on Saturday to see Caitlin, you're removed. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Sean, you can't remove me from this property. You might be able to remove my supporters from your Facebook page. That's sad.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
For sort of support of Caitlin to come to the Winter Gardens Farmers Market.
So I'm sorry, Sean. I hope your feelings aren't hurt too bad. That is so cool.
I love that one. I went with you on my wall.
I've watched a lot of your videos.
Thank you.
I think you're awesome.
Thank you.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, brother, for taking over.
All right, we're going to go through. We're just walking, not getting arrested. I'm not trespassed. Now, there are these people trespass who are also recording. A lot of them have phones out and recording. There's journalists here. We're having a good time. All right, everybody get out your phones and record. Ask people questions. Interview each other. Ask people what you think about Donald Trump's well-done job deporting people. We love that. Yeah, so... yeah, who wants to... Hello, hi. I'm interviewing you at the farmer's market.
Right.
Mr. Event staff wouldn't be very happy.
Well, where is he?
I know. Where is Mr. Event staff?
He's hiding.
I just want to talk to him.
Yeah, me too. I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah, we just want to talk to you, Mr. Event staff.
Where is he?
Yeah,
What they were doing is they were prioritizing illegal aliens over American citizens, and you cannot do that. These sanctuary policies are the root of the cause of violent crime in our country, in LA.
Attorney General Pam Bondi putting a fine point on why sanctuary cities are so problematic. Let's bring in chef and restaurant owner Andrew Gruhl, Fix California senior advisor and attorney Katie Zachariah, and California GOP delegate, also an attorney, Elizabeth Barkahana. Thank you all for coming on. Chef, to you first. I mean, you hear Pam Bondi right there. California, for the past 6 months, a little over 6 months, has been kind of thumbing its nose at the federal government. California desperately needs the federal government, and they just won't comply.
Well, California needs the federal government for so many reasons, but right now Los Angeles is a clown car and they're running it like it's, pure chaos. And I think it's actually time that this runs through the legal system, because everybody knows that they're actually, kind of shirking their responsibility as a city. But what's really happening is that Bass and Newsom and all of them, they're using these illegal immigrants as kind of their pawns in this chess game because of their Trump derangement syndrome. And it's sad on so many levels, and it's time that we fight back.
Yeah, and he talks about, fighting this back. We should also know that an Obama appointed judge, got this case today, so this might kind of wend its way through the court system as well. Bill Asaley, the U.S. Attorney for California, says the following, quoting here, the United States Constitution's Supremacy Clause prohibits the city from picking and choosing which federal laws will be enforced and which will not by assisting removable aliens in evading federal law enforcement. The city's unlawful and discriminatory ordinance has contributed to a lawless and unsafe environment that this lawsuit will help end. I mean, the whole thing is, Katie Zachariah, it's going to end somewhere, but this is one of those things where a lot of people are like, it's about time.
It's about time, and President Trump is now on the offensive. He's getting to come to this state and say your laws are illegal, and no one is above the law, including Karen Bass, and an ordinance saying we have decided that we're not going to allow city resources to help the federal government is a violation of the Supremacy Clause. And I am so grateful that U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley is such a warrior, and he's going to fight this for our citizens.
It's kind of interesting. We did Common Sense earlier on the fact that CNN brought on a guest who has created this app that will help you kind of locate at a 5-mile radius ICE agents, right? Why do you want to locate ICE agents? Well, because apparently then you won't get deported. Well, Gavin Newsom went on social media and he's talking about the ICE agents, and he says, why are they wearing a mask? Watch.
Why are they masked? What are you afraid of? If they're doing your job, it's to increase stress. It's to increase anxiety. You said it, masked men, disproportionately men, in unmarked cars without identifying themselves, or at least difficult to even identify, from all of these multi-letter agencies that even if you're in the business of government, you don't even understand what half of these agencies do and who they are.
He acts like they're Al Capone going around in these cars. It's unbelievable. These are people, by the way, violence against ICE agents up 500%. And Newsom's like, why are they? Because they're being doxxed everywhere they go.
It is rich to listen to Gavin Newsom complain about people wearing masks. My social media feed in local news in LA and also some of the, the Marxist organized groups that I follow just to kind of keep tabs on them is full of how to take videos of ICE agents legally, where they're staying, what hotels they're staying in, to harass them and to make it more difficult for them. These are law enforcement officers that are enforcing the law, and they deserve to be protected because these operations are very high stakes and very dangerous.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And he's treating them as if they are some criminals that are kind of going around and doing these heinous things. You're like, what is going on here? Chef, back to you. The gas tax in California goes up tomorrow. It's July 1st. The governor of this state says, the quoting here, there is no 65-cent gas tax starting this week. The gas tax is increasing by 1.6 cents, which was approved by the legislature back in 2017 and California voters in 2018 before Governor Newsom took office. Governor Newsom writing this, third person Governor Newsom took office, Chef.
Oh yeah, he wrote this himself. I mean, this is classic lies and manipulation by the nation's biggest narcissist, most popular narcissist. If you want to know what to believe the opposite of whatever Newsom puts out as a press release. But this is manipulation, right? They're saying, no, it's not a tax. Okay, well, maybe the gas tax itself is in the single-digit cents, but it's the low-carbon fuel standard, okay? These new benchmarks that they put in place July 1st that could increase gas prices up to 65 cents. So they're saying, oh, that's a fee, so technically it's not a tax. The tax is only 1 or 2 pennies. Well, how about we push all that kind of vernacular aside and recognize that we have the highest gas rates of any state in the entire country, including Hawaii, which is an island in the middle of nowhere.
It is no different than calling a proposition to save our schools and neighborhoods thing, right? And you let everybody rob everybody else, and that's such a quaint thing. Katie, to you, July 4th celebrations. Here is the headline. Can we put this up on the screen? Canceled across SoCal. Canceled over immigration raids. So if we got this right, celebrating America on July 4th across Southern California has been canceled because people who are illegally in the country might be at these celebrations for America, for Americans.
The irony of this is exactly what Attorney General Pam Bondi, they are favoring criminals over American citizens. So now think of it, Trace, an American citizen cannot go celebrate a 4th of July parade or celebration because they are worried about ICE deportations happening. And one of these cities is the city of Cudahy, where the vice mayor just last week was calling gang members to fight ICE agents. This is chaos, absolute chaos.
It is. Meantime, you have Politico writing the following here. No one is incredibly pumped. Kamala Harris ramping up her outreach to longtime supporters as she weighs a run for California governor, but many Democratic donors are not enthusiastic, still hobbled by the hangover of her presidential. It's kind of hard to get behind Kamala Harris, right? You feel it.
Kamala Harris has been eclipsed by Zoran Mandami now at this point as the leader of the Democrat Party. They have left her behind, and that Politico article was murder. Some of the
Trump and what the hell is going on in the nation's capital. Trump's big, beautiful bill. That's where we're going to get started as we quickly approach his self-imposed deadline of July 4th, when he would like to sign the bill into law. It was a marathon weekend on Capitol Hill where Republicans suffered some setbacks, including one GOP senator announcing he will not seek re-election after opposing the package over its Medicaid health care cuts. An all-night session to consider an endless stream of proposed amendments to the package in what's called a votorama was abruptly postponed, but it's now underway. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office found that 11.8 million more Americans would become uninsured by the year 2034 if the bill becomes law. The group also said the package would increase the deficit by nearly $3.3 trillion over a decade. There's a couple of things that we need to consider here, ladies and gentlemen, as we discuss this, okay? And I'm just looking at some of my notes because I think it's important to bring this stuff up. What Trump is trying to do And what the Republicans who support the big, beautiful bill, because I mean, it's Trump, so obviously the bill has to be big. It has to be beautiful, okay? This is Trump we're talking about here, right? What they're doing is kicking the can down the road. That's what they're doing. Let's call it what it is. Because when you talk about curbing spending and what have you, I mean, is it really? If it's added $3.3 trillion to the budget, according to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, is that what it's doing? We all know what the priority is. We all know why Trump has absolutely positively emphasized this bill being passed. Because the whole objective is to make sure that the tax cuts he instituted in 2017 remains in play. And that upon its expiration, that all of a sudden people are spending more on taxes and have less in their pocket. Then all of a sudden we're going to be talking about inflation and other things. He doesn't want that because that could compromise the Republicans, the GOP, with the midterms. Come on, y'all. We know this. And I'm just looking at some of my notes from here, right? Because I'm looking at what, and I categorized it two ways. One is what the GOP says about the big, beautiful bill, and the other is what the Democrats are saying about the big, beautiful bill, okay? If you're a member of the GOP, what's the objective here? Quote, the one big, beautiful bill will implement President Trump's Make America Great Again agenda by delivering the largest tax cut in American history, the largest border security investment in history, and the largest deficit reduction in nearly 30 years. That was a quote by Donald Trump just a few weeks ago. Okay, so we have to remember all of that, all right? That's number one, okay? Because it's very important. We can't just ignore this kind of stuff because we got to quote the president, right? I'd say we do. Here was what the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, said at that particular moment in time. Today, the House has passed the generational, nation-shaping legislation that reduces spending, permanently lowers taxes for families and job creators, secures the border, unleashes American energy dominance, restores peace through strength, and makes government work more efficiently and effectively for all Americans. This is what they're talking about. And what they're going to do, extension of the 2017 tax cuts, new tax breaks, SALT deduction increase, state and local tax, that's what SALT stands for. The deduction cap is raised from $10,000 to $40,000 for married couples earning up to $500,000, addressing concerns from representatives in high tax states like New York and like New Jersey. And also, the big, beautiful bill is supposed to be something that supports small businesses. Why? Because the same provisions, such as the reinstatement of immediate R&D expensing and increased pass-through deductions, aim to bolster small businesses and domestic manufacturing. This is what they're saying. This is the GOP now. Their interpretation of it. Work requirements. The bill imposes work requirements for Medicaid recipients. A move Republicans argue will reduce fraud and ensure aid research reaches the truly needed. Amongst other things like eligibility verification, coverage restrictions, all of that stuff. That's what the Republicans say. Now let's go to what the Democrats have to say about the big, beautiful bill. According to House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, okay, this is when it was passed by the House, because remember, the Senate still got to approve and all this other stuff, but this is at the time, this is weeks ago. He said, we believe it's one big, ugly bill that's going to hurt the American people, hurt children, hurt families, hurt veterans, hurt seniors, cut health care, cut nutritional assistance, explode the debt. That's what Hakeem Jeffries said at the time. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, what did he say? This is not one big, beautiful bill. It's ugly. There's nothing beautiful about stripping away people's health care, forcing kids to go hungry, denying communities the resources they need, and increasing poverty. They get specific. Health care cuts. The bill imposes work requirements for Medicaid recipients and reduces federal Medicaid payments to states, potentially leading to millions losing coverage. Point number 2. Tax benefits for the wealthy. Democrats argue that the bill extends tax cuts primarily benefiting high-income earners and corporations while offering minimal relief to working and middle-class Americans. What else did they talk about? Increased deficit. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that the bill could add $2.3 trillion to the national deficit over the next decade. Now the next thing you know, they're up to $3.3 trillion. So let's keep that in mind, okay? Number 4, social program reductions. The legislation includes significant cuts to SNAP. That's food assistance and other safety net programs, which Democrats believe will exacerbate poverty and hunger. Last but not least, restrictions on reproductive and LGBTQ plus health care. The bill prohibits Medicaid from covering gender-affirming care and services provided by clinics that offer abortions aligning with conservative social policies. That last part right there You're going to have some people that's up in the air about that. And I'll tell you where you're going to lose that argument if you're the Democrats. You're going to lose that argument is that if you are of the mindset that, you know what, we support stuff without parental guidance and without parental interference. When you're trying to sit up there and promote children being able to make decisions for themselves, parents ain't going to go for that. Parents ain't going to go for that. So you need to do everything that you can, even though that's not going to happen under Trump's administration. You need to do everything you can to separate yourself from that issue. Tell you that right now, because you're going to lose. You're going to lose. Now, having said all that, to get back to the Republicans and this representative from North Carolina who's not going to run again, the senator, I believe. Let's understand something here. When you have GOP members talking about they're going to have 600,000 plus members of their constituency that are going to be without health care in a matter of years, that's what's going on in North Carolina. That's why that senator won't support the big, beautiful bill as presently constructed. That's what's going on. But the fact that millions upon millions of people are in danger of losing their health care, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a problem. Because the GOP swore to us that that wasn't happening. The GOP swore to us that that wasn't a concern that we had. Donald Trump swore that wasn't a concern we were going to have. And now members of his own party are jumping ship. And if this continues, all you need is one or two more officials to go against him. Then the Republicans ain't gonna be able to get it through they're not gonna get the bill to the president's desk. Now Trump's giving them a July 4th deadline. It's July 1st tomorrow. So they better do something. They better do something. But I'm going to tell you something right now. No matter which way you slice it, the desolate and the disenfranchised are in more danger now than they were before. There seems to be some inconsistencies and some untruths being told by our elected officials. Clearly, millions of people are going to have their health care compromised. And I'm thinking about all of this and I'm saying, what in the hell is going on? I can't believe it myself. But I tell you, something better be done. Something's going to have to be done. Because if they don't fix this quick, fast, and in a hurry, the Republicans are going to be in trouble during the midterms. And Trump knows it. And if the Republicans lose the midterms, in the House, in the Senate, where the Democrats get a majority, he's not going to be able to get anything passed. And he knows it. I'm just looking at some of these things here. Some of the things that the Republicans swore up and down. And it is getting alarming. Talk about the cost of Medicaid up 78%, Medicare up 75%, Social Security up 73%. Democrats are saying Americans, these are the Republicans that send me these notes. Democrats are saying Americans will die with that massive increase in spending. Senate Republicans are right saying we need to cut it. But the bottom line is they're trying to jumpstart the economy. See, in the end, what Trump believes at his heart of hearts is that everything is stirred by the economy. As long as the economy is flowing, people ain't worried about it. So what? Medicare cost and Medicaid cost and all of this other stuff comes into fold. If you have a flourishing economy, then ultimately people will be able to afford to spend. And as a result, they'll be able to take better care of themselves in the process. That's what he's thinking. Whether I'm buying that, I'm not sure. I'm going to listen to more and more because what I really, really want to hear more about is these assertions that millions are going to lose health insurance. That's what I want to find out about.